this calendar, because the only calendar they could give you is going to be a sketch. You can't find no old, outdated European structures anywhere that can tell you anything about them being the persons that predate the original calendar makers and the star charters. Nothing exists with them. And we have all this stuff at our availability that they suppress, and they still haven't become this fluent with understanding our universe, even with their advances of technology that they have, like these big satellites and telescopes and things that they have at their availability. They still doesn't have the spirituality necessary to astral project their mental energy and visit these planets like we can as black people. So they fuck up our food. By altering the genetics of our food, they can alter our genetics, because now we're eating garbage. It's just like if you took a lion and you put it in a cage and you kept throwing it vegetables with the flavoring of meat on it, but it's not meat. This lion will be eating these vegetables because that's all available to it, but it will not be eating what the universe designed for it to be eating. So it will destruct its DNA that it originally had, because now the DNA inside of the lion is going to think, well, if this is what I'm going to be eating, I need to make some adjustments to be able to sustain myself off of this food. I wish this food would give me some meat because that's what I'm supposed to be eating, but since I'm not getting meat, I guess I'm going to have to do some alterations to adjust to what I'm being fed. That's just what happened to our ass when he found out our unique connection with our universal supply of food and how it generized and regenerated the melanin molecules inside of us to give us the advantage that we have over him by being melanated people. So the whole emphasis and the whole energy on attacking everything that was implemented naturally by the universe is simply to help eradicate and destroy. Biggest objective is to bring death to the melanated man and women of this planet. You better understand what I'm saying to you, because this stuff right here is ancient. They talk about pyramids in the Grand Canyon. We know that. Pyramids underwater in Japan. We know that. They're everywhere, all on the planet. We're talking about a human family that has been on this earth for over 1 billion years. Only reason why you would think otherwise is because you went to his schools. And his schools did not do anything but make foolish consumers, drug addicts, prostitutes, dumbass preachers, and recipients of jail. That's all he made us to be. That's all. This Mayan calendar, or whatever you want to call a calendar, is a calendar that the people of the earth implemented in all the corners of the earth, all over, so later future children can come along and have a history of themselves. Someone saw it necessary to take and possess all this stuff that was left for the whole world to see and put it in museums and put it into the homes of private collectors and hide the information necessary for the earth family to go into the next dimension. Someone has stolen all the information necessary for you to achieve this objective. And not only did they steal the information, they stole the whole concept of it being necessary for you to attain information in order to move to the next dimension, because they can't move to the next dimension, which means that when they move to wherever they're moving to, because of hatred and jealousy, they would like to take as many other capable people to move to another realm of supremeness. If your ass is not smart enough to understand what I'm saying to you by now, then you are going to just go with them where they are going. And trust me, we already know what kind of world they create. So, you know, if that's what you want to continue going through, then you need to stay right in that Christian church. But if you want to try to really go to a heaven and find something different, then you better start trying to make it to that place through using your consciousness and getting away from all this material physicality that these Europeans have gotten everyone attached to. Hold on, be right back. Now I'm gonna tell you something, and this is like real talk. You know, since I've been finding this new stuff out about the history of myself and everything, and what has went on this earth, I don't even have no friends because everybody's so in love with that Jesus bullshit that when you try to wake them up, all of a sudden they want to target you. When you start talking about white supremacy and all the horrible things that has been done to the black people on this planet and white people because of these corporations fooling everybody and making an idiot out of everybody, people are so damn stupid. Instead of listening and trying to understand the importance of having a proper evaluation of what I'm saying and doing the necessary thing, they want to sit around here and go along with the majority of all these dumbass people who's impressed with eating McDonald's, having sex, smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, sodomizing each other, all this stupid shit that we know for a fact. Even your own white Bible tells you whole cities was destroyed for these type of behaviors. So here I am again, prophet on earth, telling everybody, okay, listen, this is what's going wrong and this and that and woo woo woo. So everybody want to hate me, right? Well, listen, I want you to listen to something, all right? Because you need to know this. Because a lot of you people are stupid as hell and you don't know what's going on. That's why I don't hang out with my family. That's the reason I don't be trying to have no woman. The only reason why I came to this place is to do what I'm doing. And I'm going to do it, and I'm getting the hell out of here. And you guys going to be left here to deal with this shit on your own. But you know what? I'm really, really in love trying to point out to you guys, you better wake your ass up. This is not a joke. And all this stuff that you've been doing with your hatred toward me because you still want to waddle in filth, go ahead and hate me. I'm going to be gone. And you're going to see what all this freaking disruption and this hatred of the true God knowledge that was sent here to help your ass, your rejection of it, listen to what's going to happen to you. And this is not a joke. This is real talk. Way before the Europeans came here with their bullshit, this is what God had to say.
The lake of fire, as they explain it, and it is shown here in this same temple that showed you the saxophone, shows you the fate of those who attack, because the black people of America has been programmed and bred to attack their own kind.
Sorry ass niggas, and he's telling the truth. You're the worst ones.
This temple speaks loud.
You're the worst ones.
You don't want to do that to the one who brings you the truth. You want to sit back and talk. And this is in stone. Also, in Tibet, they show you that same stone punishment in the sacred Mandela. This is Mahatma. Gets you in this same...
I'm sorry, I didn't introduce this to you guys. This is called Resurrection of the Dead Africans in Asia, part 9 of 9. These stone structures that you're going to be seeing right here is carved in a temple in Asia that is so big, and they got buried under a banyan tree. A banyan tree is the tree that the Bible talk about having the faith of a mustard seed. It starts off as the smallest seed in the whole forest, but when it grows, because the seeds get consumed by birds and the birds fly over the tree or either sit in the tree, when they take a shit or when they do their feces removal, the feces have seeds in it, and the seeds come out and fall on the leaf of the tree. The seeds are able to have a reaction with its own tree and manifest themselves and grow out of the leaf. The leaves are so big that roots actually grow from the leaf and find their way to another leaf, and from another leaf they find their way, eventually make it to the ground. When the roots fall to the ground, they manifest into the ground and create an even stronger stronghold by now being manifested back into the ground. Another example of what's above is below. The tree that grows in the sky, from the sky to the ground. Ain't that amazing? It starts off as a tree in the ground, but then once it grows up, it can actually sustain itself from growing from up back down. Now that is the mustard seed that the Bible tells you about. If you just had the faith of a mustard seed, this tree grew to be so huge that it covered up this whole temple for a long time, until of course Europeans found it, went in, looted it, raided it, but forgot to tell the whole world about the fact that these African story of oppression in America was etched in stone in this ancient Asia temple. Black people in Asia built this thousands of years ago. This is how powerful we are. And you think that your Jesus is going to come in? I ain't even going to go there. I just want you to see something.
Temple being attacked. Not for doing anything wrong, except for speaking the truth.
What I'm doing.
Of the history of the black people of America. They have the fate of those who attack. Words and verbal confrontation is beautiful. Physical violence gets you the lake of fire, as they explain it, and it is shown here in this same temple that shows you the saxophone, shows you the fate of those who attack, because the black people of America has been programmed and bred to attack their own kind first.
Through Jesus, through religious dogma.
This temple speaks loud and clear. You don't want to do that to the one who brings you the truth.
That'll
you
be
want
me.
to sit back and talk. And this is in stone. Also, in Tibet, they show you that same stone punishment in the sacred mandala. This is Mahakala, the god of pain. And it shows you how they punish those who attack. The Buddha, the future Buddha, is on the outside. He's not subjected to all of that. But he's Mahakala, the god of pain.
Okay, listen. I want you to see something. Is that synonymous with that Mayan calendar I was just telling you guys about? Look at that. See? Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I'm talking about? He's not going to tell you what I just told you. I'm going to tell you what you're looking at. Again, you're looking at a calendar of planets, movement of star systems. Again, do you see the face up here? Do you see how synonymous that is with everything I've been saying about it being one family on earth? This is in Asia now. The other one was a Mayan calendar. I mean, come on, some things just speak for itself. This is etched in stone, and right here, as you can see, there's the prophet inside of the container of the universal goddess, uterus, meaning the protection of the 7 cosmic forces. And believe me, you do not, I'm just going to let him tell you.
And it shows you how they punish those who attack. The Buddha, the future Buddha, is on the outside. He's not subjected to all of that.
See, that's what that
but
big photon laser is.
Program anybody of any race who attacks the truth when it comes at the end of the cycle. He winds up in this vessel.
This is a calendar that tells you resurrection in the lake of fire. That's Segmet, the sun.
Forget it, man. Don't just forget it.
And the lava in the earth. I'm going to show you about all that.
To you in stone and on paper. This is the Tibetan wheel of life. It's known all over Asia. This is the fate of those who want to attack the truth at the end of the age, at the beginning of the new age.
You're going to burn up.
Your
I've been telling you that.
Refer to this. This is turning the wheel
See, this
of
is
the law.
the truth.
And the name of the one who comes back to turn the wheel of the law is called Nigga Jr.
That's why y'all call us
Jr.
niggas all the time.
He explains the secret teachings of the Africans of Asia. The wheel of the law is the teaching that there is no death, that life is eternal, and his job is to prove that.
Hello, who been telling you that?
Many sacred places are named throughout Asia with the name Nagasaki, Nagarjuna Konda. That means the hill of Nagarjuna. When he appears, he'll be living on a hill. He'll be across from an island like Manhattan, living in a tower, which they refer to as a monastery. This is called Nagarjuna Konda, the hill of Nagarjuna, which is across from an island. You see, he's also known as Nigga Juni. He is the one commissioned to do that work for the Africans of Asia. Now you might be asking yourself, how did he receive all this information? This book here is The Gods of Northern Buddhism, and I'm going to read to you the story of Nigga Juni or Nigga Juna. Just follow the yellow as I read. It says he received the treatise on which he expounded and developed the Mahayana school from the serpent gods, the Niggas, and that the Nigga king himself revealed to Nigga Juna the holy text in the dragon palace under the sea. That's like America. They further claim that Gautama Buddha, the Buddha, had given this treatise called the Prajna Paramita to the Niggas to guard until such a time, it's a specific time now, as the world should become sufficiently enlightened to understand its transcendental wisdom, and that the Niggas